The following podcast contains real reviews and the ridiculous reactions of two would-be oracles of the internet. The opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Seriously.
Ho, 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 hello, and welcome to ReviewParty.com. We're jolly because it's the Christmas edition. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
We're joined this week by very special guest, Chris.
Hi.
Claps.
I'm
Sound
Chris.
effects.
Yay.
Chris is the voice of the podcast. You hear him every week, and also, guess what? He's funny. I don't want to build you up too much. I guess
Don't put that pressure on me.
But he's also just the most jolly guy we know. And this podcast, I don't know, we talk about reviews on the internet from places like Amazon, Google, Yelp, all that good stuff. But this week we're jolly. Did I miss anything, Matt?
That's it. We look at the reviews, we make fun of them and the people who wrote them in mean and ill-spirited ways.
Yeah.
Really vindictive show you guys got here. It's it's the zeitgeist. It's nice.
Yeah, it's that awkward feeling you get when the vibes turn bad. That's the kind of feeling we want listeners to have.
We're
like an hour a week
right through your Toyota Camry speakers every day.
It's the holiday season. Maybe your girlfriend or your boyfriend came over and they're like, your uncle is really cool. I don't understand what you're saying about, and then your uncle says that one thing and it's like, oh, that's us.
Right. We're that one thing your uncle said that one time that you can never forgive him for.
If it took your uncle 45 minutes to an hour to get that one thing out, that's what you're about to experience.
So brace yourselves. Happy holidays, everybody. I hope whatever you're celebrating with your family goes well. But who wants to start? Anyone got a review that's just begging?
I guess I'll start because this one, people might complain, oh, it's a little too Thanksgiving-y. Well, you know what? You don't know when we're recording this. Maybe we're recording this in March. You have no idea when I found this Amazon review for Libby's 100% pure pumpkin Thanksgiving and holiday desserts pumpkin pie filling bulk 6-pound 10-ounce can. This is a big ol' can of Libby's pumpkin.
That is too much pumpkin.
That's practically a barrel.
Yeah.
I got a review here from Mike, who titles his review, "One Big Can of Libby's." Mike writes, bought and sent to 93-year-old aunt as a thinking of you card in real life. Cousin chewed me out for sending such a large can. I later tasted pie from can as they opened right away. Made 2 pies and froze rest of mix and got in freezer. Tasted fresh to me. It was on sale too. Really, bought as a thinking of you product, not for the family to delve into right away. It was worth buying, and large nursing homes or hospitals or resident care or churches should get product and just have a get-together day. It is a big can. Preheat them ovens. 5 stars.
You've heard of farm to table? How about can to lips?
Take a big, deep swig of it. God.
That's what I imagine. They said they took it straight out the can. They got out a damn swirly straw.
You guys ever had Libby's pumpkin out of can? It's not
straight
good.
Out.
It's real gross. It turns out most of what makes pumpkin pie good is all of the other ingredients in pumpkin
sugar,
pie.
butter, I imagine.
Lots of spices.
Cooking it.
Crust. Whipped cream. Really, what you're doing when you make a pumpkin pie is you're trying to overpower the pumpkin. You're trying to put the pumpkin in its place.
Right. It's like, we got this fucking nasty, big, stupid vegetable laying around. How do we fix this awful shit? Well, who cares if we put the awful stuff in a can? It's bad either way. But hey, spices. Let's make it festive. If it's Christmassy, then we only have to have it once a year.
I will say, like, sending a 6-pound can to you said a 93-year-old aunt?
93, yeah.
Like, I don't want to be insensitive, but just, like, does she have the time left to get through 6 pounds of pumpkin?
And somebody's gonna have to help her open that thing. The can opener that she has from 1945 probably can't cut it on the 6-pound behemoth.
God forbid she like lived in like a raised ranch as mine. This poor old lady's got to carry this 6-pound hunk of metal up some icy steps, and yeah, this is less thinking of you and more of like it's like a really low grade letter bomb thing, right? This is a weapon sent to somebody.
Yeah, that whole concept of the thinking of you card in real life. Let's benefit of the doubt, hoist up the benefit of the doubt bag and give it to Mike for that and say that's a real thing. But if you're gonna send somebody just, hey, I was thinking of you, here's a 6-pound can.
You know, it's a
Maybe some
great
chocolates or something.
or you can buy a pie. You can send a pie.
That's
And
so
some
true.
pies. Send some Lou Malnati's to Grandma.
I've been thinking of you and how you're not doing enough work in retirement, lady. All right, get to work. Go back into that kitchen and bake us some pies here.
I remember when I was a little kid, you was making pies every day of the week. Come on now.
Yeah.
Crack
It is-
open that window in the kitchen, feed the local, ne'er-do-wells, let them swing by and grab a pie before they whitewash your fence.
That's the spirit of Christmas.
I also just think, maybe 6 pounds isn't that much. Maybe she's just taking a spoon to this thing. This is like what she's living off of the whole holiday season.
It's a statement for sure. I'm going to just start sending single ingredients to people as thinking of you gifts. Like, hey, here's a 2-pack of baking powder, thinking of ya. It's like,
Do with it what you will.
the hell am I going to do with this?
That does sound like an unthoughtful gift, but thinking of it, like, I don't know. Someone sent me some basics, I'd be like, wow, thanks. I do use a lot of black pepper. I'm going to go through this like crazy. But if they sent me some lard, I don't know what to do with this. This isn't in my basic rotation.
Yeah, you can't hit people with like a specialty product, right? Like as you get older, socks are a better and better Christmas gift because you don't want to spend your own money on it. But like, you don't want like an 8-pack of Christmas socks because that's not that helpful, right? You get what, 3 wears each? Well,
Yeah, you can't.
Not going
There's
to
not
carry
enough
you.
turnover.
Yeah.
I have a review, a couple of them for Christmas in the Clouds. This is from IMDb. This is they mentioned Hallmark in one of the reviews. I don't know if this is a Hallmark official, but it certainly it's got the flavor. I'll start with this review. This review is by G. It just looks like someone face rolled their keyboard. G. Frasmund, maybe. Christmas below the clout, they write. How many times can one ransack Dickens' creation? In this instance, the movie is not simply inspired by the masterful A Christmas Carol, but it is a modern time rewrite of it in contrasting tones with the addition of sequences of stupid farce to poorly developed characters and a superficial script. Overall, fairly entertaining if it was not so absolutely unoriginal and devoid of magic of the original story. Once more, Hallmark confirms my impression that, striving to create quantity rather than quality, their Christmas productions are becoming progressively less inspired, trite, and flimsy. What a waste of 2 valuable actors, Aaron Krakow and Tyler Hines, whom I have liked in many other better works. I'm not convinced that the name of the protagonist, Ella, parenthetical Ebba, parenthetical Neezer, is a clever idea either, though it may be the most brilliant concept in this entire film. 4 out of 10 stars.
Holy cow. I just tried to look this up, and I typed Christmas under in my IMDb app. There's Christmas under the lights, Christmas under wraps, Christmas under the stars, Christmas under the northern lights. This one, Christmas under the clouds, isn't even showing up in the top Christmas under.
Because baby, we're above the clouds.
Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry.
I don't know what, but they're in an airplane. I think there's. Oh my! I'll
Okay.
just send y'all the this little thumbnail of the
Oh,
poster here.
jeez. It's just these same two Hallmark actors that.
I did have to look up this Tyler Hines guy, and he kind of looks like a you remember like back in the day before we had decent AI, or I mean decent enough AI art generator, and they would do the face melds. This guy kind of looks
Mhm.
like a face meld of Ed Norton and Chris Evans. Is my
He's
read
got a
on him.
little Matthew Perry in there too,
Oh
not in a
yeah,
complimentary way.
yeah. He's kind of like the worst components of all those much more successful actors. I mean, no dig on this guy. He's a much more successful actor than I am. I barely even act, but
What's
good
getting
for this
me
guy.
is look at that poster and take a look what's going on in the window
You got
out
Morpheus
there.
hanging outside the window. It looks like.
Why is Morpheus outside their plane window?
Is this? Yeah, that it's got Twilight Zone vibes, right? Like,
I'm guessing those are the ghosts or stewards of Christmas past.
This is like a Wayne's brother level parody. Like if they did a Christmas Carol, the ghost of Christmas Past would be Morpheus. What a crazy like funny Hollywood spoof that would be.
also, can we talk like lighthearted Christmas comedy? Ain't there's nothing lighthearted about being haunted by ghosts at 37,000 feet. All right, that's a stressful enough experience. I don't need somebody coming to me and be like, remember when you were a happy child? Well, now you're gonna die alone. Anyway,
I'd be like,
enjoy your peanuts.
I'm trying to watch this in-flight movie here. I'm really into, I don't know, Lincoln, the biopic right now. So
Like, listen, man, the only thing keeping me steady right now are these sort of damp Biscoff cookies that I have
Oh,
dipped in my mediocre instant Folgers black coffee. It's not going to take me much to push me over the edge right now.
I'm sorry, you said your name is Ella Neeser, though? Yeah. Yeah, charmed, I'm sure.
I do understand her motivation to find love. I would be desperate to get rid of the last name Neeser under any method available to me.
yeah, that one got lost in translation. Let me get to this other one by Lydia JP though. She's got a whole different take. Delivers Christmas cheer, she writes. The movie is a charming remake of Scrooge. The casting is well done, and the writing captures that warm sense of Christmas cheer. While the romantic subplot is minimal, the story's focus on Christmas spirit works beautifully. Some of the humor leans towards the silly side, but it feels intentionally lighthearted to appeal to a broader audience. Doesn't she say she's old in this? That's why I was doing an old lady voice. Maybe I was reading a different review. I especially love the diner scene. That kiss was epic, in my opinion, and I appreciated that it didn't serve as the ending, as is common in many Hallmark films. Overall, it's a delightful Christmas movie that delivers cozy holiday feels and stays true to the Hallmark formula. 7 out of 10. Sorry, Lydia. I swore that you said you were an old lady in this, but I got lost in it. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't.
Honestly, I think you can imagine Lydia however you want, right? It's probably
Right.
just an AI bot anyway. So
Yeah, this is a 2025 review. You never know.
there you go. Yeah, it's just some server in Russia somewhere cranking out inflammatory Hallmark movie reviews.
What could have happened in the diner that was so epic to make the kiss so epic? I guess we'll never know.
This was the same movie, right?
This is the same movie.
Plane lands?
I
Plane
gotta be honest,
lands.
maybe the plane crashes.
Mm-hmm.
I was under the impression that the whole movie took place on the airplane from the poster, because now I'm even more confused. Does she, like, the ghosts visiting is the whole plot of the story?
Right.
So if all the ghosts are present on the airplane, what else are they doing?
There's not much to do other than ask the boy if it's still Christmas morning and buy a turkey.
You just ask some strange child in a diner If it's Christmas morning, then kiss this guy she's been traveling with for the last 4 hours.
My child waiter. I'm pretty sure this waiter working Christmas morning is 12 years old. I don't know about the labor laws here, but I need to ask somebody about this turkey. And you're right here, kid.
I just hands this kid a turkey and he's like, yeah, great, thanks. I don't get off like shift for another 6 hours. What the hell am I gonna do with this?
And then he kisses the girl, and it's freaking epic. Do we have another review?
I got a movie review for you guys.
Let's do it.
Have you guys ever heard of the film K-pop Demon Hunters?
Yes.
Small.
Yes.
Yeah, it hasn't really been out there much. I just watched it yesterday.
Welcome to
Late
the club.
party. Yep.
Now you're on the next wave of what little kids like. I got very Frozen feels from like the phenomena of people
Oh yeah, I could see
watching
that.
this.
That is, I will say we were definitely motivated in part because our daughter didn't watch the movie with us, but she is very obsessed with the like music videos when they come on YouTube. So I guess we can. This is a review. So I read. This is from Da Movie 6, but I do want to take a moment. I did not take a screenshot of the review above him, but it's from first. Just all consonants. It's 12 letters long and it's all consonants. That's a choice for a username. Anyway, Da Movie 6 tells us in a review titled "I wish the demons would have won." Just from the trailer alone, I knew what kind of a movie this will end up being, and after watching it, it pretty much confirmed my assumptions. It's a copycat of Spider-Verse, only with music. Just like Spider-Verse, the animation looks good, but who cares if you weren't grabbed by the story? Nothing about the story surprised me. It just felt so by the numbers. The main characters were bland. I believe that's bland. Every male character was either evil or weak or both, and I couldn't care less for the songs. They were so cringy. I'll admit that the opening was somewhat good, and the action was good too, but that's about it. Overall, meh. 4.5 out of 10. I will say, there is a bit of confusion in this review. He specifically states 4.5 out of 10, but the stars clearly indicate 4 out of 10.
Oh,
So
rounded
I'm not sure
down.
where
Classic
we
blunder.
necessarily put this. But yeah, not a big K-pop Demon Hunters fan. I found many such reviews in searching for this where people were complaining that it felt like the entire movie was moving from one song to another. There wasn't enough plot, and too much of the plot was sort of being pushed through the songs. And I thought, buddy, we're gonna blow your mind when you hear about musicals.
Musicals,
the
Disney
whole fucking
movies, which are
concept.
all just musicals
Like, are you
without the
not
stage.
aware that this is like a whole genre of of entertainment here?
Highly profitable. Yeah. Highly
Yeah.
marketable.
Listen, and when I watch a Disney movie and people are singing, none of them are Asian, so they all look like me. So it's perfectly fine what's happening. But
Pelican looks just like me.
the fucking listen, the Simba, even though he's got an African name, little homie's white coated, so they can
it
do
is
whatever they
Jonathan
want.
Taylor Thomas, right? So
Jonathan Taylor Thomas and fucking who's the other whitest actor ever?
Matthew Broderick, is
Matthew Broderick,
old
right?
Simba. Yeah.
Right, but if they're Asian, it's got to be anime. So it's got to be no song. There's got to be one song at the beginning sung by a rock band, and there's got to be one song at the end sung by a girl rock band. That's sad.
Yeah, no, that checks out, right? And it's funny because it does hit almost every other beat, right? Like there's got to be like a big fight at the end. Everybody has to they have to power up their spirit bomb by getting little blue energy from everybody. Like it pretty much hits every beat, and I was shocked by how many people were just like, it didn't really make sense. I'm like, I'm not gonna dig in, but I bet you have a different feeling about Dragon Ball Z. I got strong feelings.
Right. I think a lot of I'll just say it, men coming of age these days, online echo chambers messing with their thoughts aside, I think a lot of men are exceedingly uncomfortable that all media is not for them. and every piece of media is not exactly how it was marketed when they were a kid, as though they should remain a child forever.
It would be nice.
This is an anime sing-song movie for fucking 12-year-old girls. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's just, it is what it is.
Right. I also the main reason I pulled this this review, I wanted to revisit this right from the top. This is a phenomenon. Maybe this is being a new father and having vastly limited free time from where I once was. This opens with, just from the trailer alone, I knew what kind of movie this will end up being, and after watching it, it pretty much confirmed my assumptions. And my question is, if the point of the trailer is to let you know whether or not you're interested. So if you went into this thinking, I don't think I'm going to like a sing-songy Asian action movie for 12-year-old girls, there's other things out there. There's other movies.
But Hollywood/Netflix put this in front of them.
Yeah. But people in Fortnite were talking about this movie, so I gotta have an opinion on this that's better than theirs.
This guy doesn't know on his little like Roku TV, he doesn't know that the arrows. He's just whatever the thing is that pops up on Netflix. He's like, fuck, I guess I'm watching this. All right.
Netflix is like a TV channel, isn't it? You just gotta watch
Whatever's
what's on.
Yeah.
Netflix as a TV channel would suck. They ain't doing nothing. K-pop Demon Hunter is like the best thing they've done in years.
Yeah, they're milking, they're stretching out their Stranger Things release. They're like, we know this show is ending and it's the only good show we've put out in forever, so we're gonna slowly release it over a year.
Hey, I'm a huge hater of the bulk release, so I'm not even mad at it.
I will agree. I like being able to talk to people about things.
Exactly. When a whole season of a show comes out, if you want to talk about it with people, you have to watch it in one sitting, or else the conversation is like, have you seen the end yet? No, I'm on this episode. Oh, that part's cool. And then you have to talk about something else.
Is there like a just asininely long running manga a la One Piece that somebody could do a bulk drop, but it's the length of One Piece?
Oh.
It's just like, we're just releasing 1,200 episodes day one. Good luck, fuckers.
There's like a lot of baseball. There's like a baseball animes and shit that are like that.
Yeah.
But that gets a pass because it's been out for 1,000,000 years.
Right, yeah. I like when I sit down and I told my wife, like, maybe we should watch One Piece, and then I just chuckle to myself. Like, we'll be dead long before we even get to like episode 400.
No, you can do it. 2 a night, you'll be done in a couple years.
Oh, good Lord.
And it'll completely rewrite your brain chemistry. All right. I think I'm gonna go sell Chris on watching One Piece. We'll be back after the break.
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends, neighbors, family, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to a very brief upon further review, because I was like looking for things, and I was like, you know what, it's probably just better if I keep this short and we get to hang out and jam more. Upon further review is the segment where we look at things we thought we knew and we figure out what we didn't know about them. And I was like, what do I want to focus on? So I just was like, how long has tinsel been around? And apparently, like the 1600s, allegedly people started using tinsel. but it was the rich bougie people using like pounded, flattened strips of legitimate silver, hanging it on their German Christmas trees, their Tannenbaums, to look like dripping icicles. But eventually, they're like, yeah, silver's kind of expensive. And by the 1900s, Americans were like, we like Christmas trees too. So they started making tinsel out of aluminum and copper. The thing is, aluminum, it's like aluminum paper, it is saying. I don't know what really that means. But in any case, it was very flammable, which isn't great. And they had stopped using copper because we went to war. And they were using lead. Uh,
Just
and then they
keep
said,
escalating.
maybe we shouldn't do that anymore.
If I go into someone's house to see their Christmas tree and I take a little lick, that's not real lead. You're not real Christmasers.
I will say this makes
Kick
me
the tree
feel
down.
better. Our tinsel is actually made out of flat pressed uranium-237. So it's good to know that we're continuing the trend, this proud American tradition.
Yeah, well, that's this upon further review is really all. I just wanted to say, hey, we used to put lead on our Christmas trees. And
Did
yeah,
you guys do did you have tinsel on the Christmas trees growing up, or do you today even?
rarely. It was rare as a child. There was always tinsel like in places, but I don't know that we ever unbagged a fresh sack of tinsel and tossed it up there.
My mom kind of did we had like the small box of ornaments that would always go up, just like just a handful of them. But she'd do kind of a different theme every year. So she'd do popcorn strings one year, do like green and red sort of shiny ornaments the next year. I think there was a tinsel year,
Interesting.
but I think it's so it's on the edge of memory. I think because maybe it wasn't that memorable. Maybe I don't hold that Christmas in my heart because of the tinsel.
It was the year after popcorn strings where you had snacks. So you were just like, this one sucks. I always had cats growing up and still do to this day. So tinsel was always it was a risk we were not willing to take.
Yeah, that's
Right.
like your tempting fate.
Yeah, you don't want to pull a sort of a rock candy tinsel, but the rock candy is poop out of your cat's butt.
Exactly. That's not what you're looking for.
Yeah, not between Christmas and New Year's. That's a time not for that kind of stuff. It's just not the right vibe to be dealing with sick cats.
Well, all right. On that note, that's all I'm gonna say about tinsel. Got a review.
You got a review?
No, if you do, by all means.
Oh, all right. Let me hit you guys. I'm gonna hit you with 3 reviews for one place. 2 of them. I'm gonna give you 2 of these reviews and see if you guys can guess the category of what this is. So, review 1 from Sullivan Muller, 1 star. No library, just a boring museum. And then a second review from Ellison, 1 star. Couldn't find any books, just a museum. Have any guess about what this not library but museum may have been?
Is this Brent? Do you have a guess?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I feel like this is probably, and maybe I owe this to watching John Oliver. Is this a presidential quote unquote library?
That is exactly correct. Also, great John Oliver episode. Yes, this is the John F. Kennedy Presidential Library and Museum located in Boston. Boston, Massachusetts, not some weird secondary Boston. Also, weird, those 2 had the exact same structure. I think it may have been the same person making the same mediocre joke under 2 different accounts. Maybe. I'm not sure. But here's the review I really want to get to. This is from Ian Davis, a local guide. This is from 2 years ago. And I'll preface this by saying this was liked or loved by 6 different people. So Ian's getting some traction here. He has some very beautiful pictures of the outside of the museum. It's a very stylistic building. I took these photos on a Sunday when the library is closed. Beautifully designed building by the great I.M. Pei. Despite the building's beauty, I will be boycotting the library until the U.S. government releases all classified intel about the JFK assassination. The magic bullet theory is an entirely baseless explanation, and it is abundantly clear our government is hiding something. Hopefully one day the truth will come out, and I can give the library a proper visit and can give it a better rating. 1 out of 5 stars.
Didn't a lot of stuff get released? And
It did, actually. This was 2 years ago. Maybe he didn't
Okay.
come back. This liar didn't even come back and raise his review.
I hope he did come back.
The poor presidential library is sitting at a 4.7 instead of a 4.702. If Ian, whatever your last name was, Davis, could just come back and give this the 5-star review it deserves.
Man, there are often times where we find reviewers. It was back in late October or early November, Brent, where you had that review with the reviewer being like, I might update my review if the food is good, but it's starting out at a baseline of 1 or something like that. So we've seen reviewers holding restaurants, quote unquote, hostage.
You got to work
the
for their
reviews
review.
But to
Like, that's
threaten
not
the
how these
United
work.
States, the United States government and say, I'm going to strong arm you. I won't visit. I won't rate high.
If the federal government does not do this, I will continue to low rate this private enterprise located in a different city. Like, I hope this guy just goes to like everything he reviews as 1 star with this is the justification. Just
I'm a
like,
Google guy.
the Popeyes on 6th Street, 1 star. The chicken's great, but I'll tell you what, the magic bullet theory is utter nonsense.
That just makes me think I won't have a single bite until Margaret Thatcher is dead and buried.
Going on a hunger strike outside Area 51 until they give us the knowledge, man.
Until you guys bring an alien out, they're like, can somebody please dig up a fucking alien? Like, this guy needs to eat or we're going to have a big scandal on our hands.
Yeah, the Naruto running was bad enough. The public can't get wind of the leverage they have here.
Man, yeah, everything about this guy's energy was exactly right for Google Maps. Like,
but it does make me think. The first thing I thought is like, they do not care, man. They are absolutely going about their business. They don't care that it's public, right? Do you have to pay to go in here?
yeah. What if
you do? They're
what
missing
if
his dollar.
Actually, yeah, now I'm trying to think. I just went to the Lincoln Museum recently. I think it was donations. So I think it was free to go in. Like, we paid our $5 recommended donation or whatever. But I also like the implication that, like, the library is holding the records. Like, the Kennedy family has the truth, and they're like, we can't let this get out, right? We gotta keep this locked up in the most secure place we know of. This library in downtown Boston.
Yeah, it's like Attack on Titan, where there's that book in the cellar that has all the fucking secrets in it. They talk about for like 4 seasons, and then they go down there, and he's got the key on his neck that he's had his whole life, and he takes it off, and they go in the cellar, and it's just every character's like, "What the fuck?" Like, that's what'll happen, but with the American government, they just got that evil book.
But instead of it being one magical key, it's a bank of knowledge open to literally any academic who requests access to it. To be fair, it is in Boston. Think of how hard it is to find an institution of higher learning in Boston, right?
Yeah, they just have like Dunkin' Donuts and like Unabombers over there and shit.
You walk dozens of feet before you hit a college, in any direction. But
Matt, do you have a review?
Yeah, I think I'll turn to something a bit different. We want music, or do we want consumables? I guess music is consumable, but
I kind of like music. I don't know if we've ever done a music review when I've been on.
Okay, in that case, in the spirit of the season, I went to rateyourmusic.com and looked for the Beach Boys Christmas album
Oh boy.
Love it.
It gets good play like my entire childhood. I've heard this every year. Uh, Here is a review from Kildare John. Kildare John writes, hardly the Beach Boys' nadir, hardly even the nadir of Christmas albums, though I suspect a hint of oxymoron somewhere in the latter. I'll admit to being a sucker for that just like starting over vocal scale on Santa's beard, and anyone who doesn't like Little Saint Nick is an evil bastard who deserves to be tarred and feathered. Andy Williams' not dead yet spirit haunts side 2. But there's a certain very un-Beach Boys loneliness to it that entertains a different perspective to their late 70s bummed out gems. All very loosely connected, of course. 3 out of 5 stars.
You know this is a good Christmas album because there's fucking ghosts haunting it. People ain't even dead yet. It's already ghoulish and ghostly.
Yeah, on the multiple reads help that make sense. So when this album was recorded, Andy Williams of It's the Most One, that's Andy Williams. You know that Andy Williams, Most Wonderful Time of the Year.
If you've literally looked at records at any thrift store at any point in your life, there was 11 copies of Andy Williams' Christmas album.
His face staring out from the stack. So for him to still be alive and you're like, hey fellas, you want to try and record a Christmas album? And you just like get that chill crawling up your back. What'll Andy do? What'll he say?
It's like being scared to play basketball because Michael Jordan's still alive.
What if he
His
shows
shadow
up?
just falls over the court. Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised the Beach Boys made it through the recording session. They're working and they look into the booth for some feedback and they just see like the light of a cigarette in the dimness.
Oh wow.
Hey Chuck, did you like that? And the light turns on. It's just Andy Dang Williams. Ooh.
I like the coming out strong with the thesaurus, dropping nadir twice in the first sentence
man.
of the review. It also leaves a lot of like, it doesn't say the album's good, but it doesn't say the album's very bad, which I suppose it was a 3 out of 5 star review. I suppose he was true to his feelings at the beginning there. It's just that's an odd way to frame a review. Like, this isn't the worst album from the Beach Boys, but it's also not the worst Christmas album.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
cool.
heavy rate your music users are kind of like heavy letterboxed users where they just they like feel like they need to comment on everything they consume. There was another Beach Boys review and the person's like, it's not the worst Beach Boys album, but you're probably not going to listen to it unless it's Christmas time, not during the regular year. I'm like, what? Duh. What are you just like pulling this out in the middle of June?
You don't
Because
just
you're a Beach Boys
hammer
fan?
like the Frank Sinatra Christmas album and like midsummer. You guys aren't just busting that out for your
But you
usual
gotta keep it
listening.
fresh in the brain. I gotta know when I'm hitting the harmonies.
I'm a true fan.
I do make that joke. I was singing my daughter lullabies, and she's a December birthday. So when she was like old enough that we started singing lullabies, it was Christmas time. And then I just sort of fell into a habit of singing Let It Snow every night, like well into July. And then I was like, shit, I need another song. It's like 98 degrees out and I'm singing Let It Snow, which, to be fair, when it's 98 degrees, I might go for some snow. But, because I can't totally throw shade on the midsummer Christmas song. It's funny you bring up the letterboxed rate your music. I don't know. Did either of you guys, have you ever stumbled across Goodreads? I don't know. Does Goodreads ever make it on the show? Yeah.
Yeah, we've done a couple segments with Goodreads stuff for sure.
Goodreads astounds me. One, because of that same phenomenon of like I have to comment on everything, but it's funny when you get something like a comic that's like issue by issue, and the people are like commenting on things. You're like, you're commenting on the first fifth of a story. Like, of course, the plot didn't really make sense. Of course, it didn't play out. It's like you listen to 2 songs. You're like, nah, this album's not for me. There's nothing good on it. I can tell.
No, you read a comic book. Them shits is like 12 pages.
Right?
And
And like you got like 3 scenes in.
yeah. One issue of a comic is a blink in a story. Like you need a whole graphic novel. You need multiple volumes of a graphic novel for that stuff sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta really dig your teeth into it. The other side of Goodreads is when I'll look at something and somebody will be like, I've reviewed like 1,200 things. They're all novels. And I'm like, wow, I am really shitty at reading books. That is some high volume literature intake for some of these people.
We kind of classically look down on those people around here. People that read this is one of my 1,200 reviews, and they link, and here's a link to my top 50 favorite fucking books of the season, and it's the self ads in the review kind of subtract from it.
You're building a like criticism career, but there's no monetization scheme. It's just for the hate of the game. Like it's
Right. At least sometimes it's just like a check out my blog. If you thought this funny, check out my blog. That one's a little better.
Do you dislike that more than the thinly veiled Reddit post of like, oh, you're looking for this thing? I found it really helpful to be, and then it's like marketing copy, like 4 paragraphs of marketing copy, and you're like, I'm pretty sure you didn't find this helpful, buddy.
Yeah, I don't even know if we acknowledge those ones' existence.
I stumbled across a handful of those recently, trying to figure out where a writer publishes things these days, and there was a lot of posts where I was like, I write copy for a living. This is copy. Let's call a spade here, guys.
I think we got time to squeeze a little review in at the end here, huh? Let me. Okay. Yeah, I got a quick review. 'Tis the season from Amazon Royal Dansk Danish butter cookie selection. 12-ounce tin, authentic assortment of original butter cookies made with real butter, no preservatives or artificial flavors. Perfect for gifting.
Is this the round tin, square tin?
This is the round tin for putting sewing things
Yes.
in. Yes.
Yeah, what a classic.
CWK, this was the old lady reviewer. I apologize to our IMDb friends. CWK titles their review, "Still a great cookie for the price." They write, "I ate Royal Dansk as a child more than a half century ago, but they were every bit as good now as they were then. I tend to think of them as a tea biscuit because my grandmother would have a tea and bring out this distinctive tin, a tin I've seen used by many cosplayers for their tools. So a good cookie, a good storage tin, all for one low price, easier to get now than when I was a kid. ... 5 stars."
What, did you live on like the wrong side of the Berlin Wall?
I don't know what I'm more delighted by, the extreme level of like ominous energy at the end there, or the hyper specific call out of cosplayers unexpected in the middle of that review.
That's sort of what got me breaknecking, is like the cosplayer mention. Either she's got a little grandkid who's doing some cosplay, or maybe she's using the term wrong, or maybe she's just with it.
She with it. She hip.
She's cool.
Likes Royal Dance. What's cooler than that?
I imagine there'd be some old ladies that could make some money sewing up cosplays for these rich
100%.
furries out here.
Yep. I hate to totally segue, but I actually happen to have an Amazon review for the women deer costume, adult reindeer onesie, one-piece pajama.
Let's ride that segue right over.
Yeah. Marsha Barton titles it "Weird to Me, but Granddaughter Loved It." This is one of those where I think Amazon is like prompting, "What did you like? How did it fit?" So she writes, "What did I like? Well, to me, a teenager dressing up like a deer to go to bed is not my thing. But my 15-year-old granddaughter loved it and was very happy with it. I know you need to know quality and things like that, but I can only say I heard no complaints on quality or how it looked after being washed. 5 stars."
Some old people can't handle the casual interrogation that like a review follow-up email hands out.
Yeah, Amazon is not like pounding on your door. "Marsha, what did you think?"
chasing you down with a microphone outside the courthouse. Like, do you have any comments on the deer onesie? The people have a right to know.
Is it okay to sleep as a deer?
I understand and appreciate the shade that this lady is showing at her 15-year-old granddaughter, daughter, niece, whatever this
Granddaughter.
relation was. But I gotta say, I'm a 35-year-old, soon to be 36-year-old man. And a couple of years ago, I bought an Appa onesie for a Halloween costume, and that thing is real damn comfortable. I'll just break that out in the winter sometimes. It's nice and roomy. It's warm. It's just like wearing a blanket around the house. And my cats and daughter do not like it because I have horns and a tail, and that weirds them out. Sorry, not to segue once again, but I just am delighted that I also have a costume review.
I think we have to. Happy Halloween.
This is a review for Bitsy. The Bitsy Coco is the brand. Bitsy Coco Women's Steampunk Jacket Halloween Costumes. This review is from Dania Best. Kind of torn on these. They look great on, but are definitely cheap material. More of a steampunk than a pirate costume. 3 out of 5 stars. Once again, this is for the Bitsy Coco Women's Steampunk Jacket Halloween Costumes. Not sure where the pirate gripe comes from there.
Yeah.
But a fair assessment, I suppose. I bought this deer onesie. It doesn't look like Godzilla at all. It's completely off.
The
This McChicken is a little too chicken-based for my money.
I thought
this McChicken is hands down the worst Italian beef I've ever eaten. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's until they release the JFK file, I will not rate this McChicken any higher.
there's a lot of crossover. People don't know about the crossover between pirate and steampunk aesthetic. That's why no one got
Maybe
Wild
it
Wild
is.
West.
Wild West. There's somewhere out there, Will Smith just got like a penny just popped up in his bank account. He's talking about Wild West again.
That's the only thing keeping him going these days, man, is Wild Wild West references.
Ooh, we're getting all these reboots. When are we getting a Wild West reboot? That's gotta be on somebody's page.
Wild West?
Ooh, that kind of sounds like a dirty knockoff, if I'm being honest. That's a late night Showtime.
Wet n Wild West that has to be trademark taken. Friggin' 12 sequels, all more pornographic than the last. Happy Christmas and holidays, everybody. That's our episode this week. I hope you had a good time. I hope whatever holidays you're celebrating are fantastic. Thank you, Chris, for hanging out with us this week.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet. Do you have anything you want to plug before we get going, or are you just being a dad these days?
Mostly being a dad.
So I am trying to get back on the writing wagon. So I've got a couple different outlets. If you are interested in hearing yet another white man's opinions about the economy, I do have a background in economics, so I have some right to talk about it. You can find my kind of silly economics and philosophy stuff on Medium. There are, I think there's 1 article, maybe 2 articles up there by the time this is posted. That's at medium.com/@cbrucher, CBRUCHER. And then if you're more into fiction, especially like weird, silly sci-fi type stuff, you can find me writing fiction on Substack at cbrucher, C-B-R-U-C-H-E-R, cbrucher.substack.com. There's nothing up there now, but I'll get some stuff up there soon. So worst case, you can jump on there. I would love a follow, and then you'll get notified when I do post something. And if it sucks, you can stop following me then.
Oh, yeah. Go check out Review Party's other episodes. We got new episodes every Tuesday. That's right. # Tuesday. Reviews Day. If you'd like to send in a funny review for us to laugh at, reviewparty.com@gmail.com. Include your name, a screenshot, and email. Matt told me that Amazon might be limiting how many reviews are shown on each product. You can't like search them or sort them anymore. They might be going through with that. So Amazon reviews are precious. You ever see a good Amazon review? Please be on the lookout. I'm scared that they may become scarce.
That's true. What are you guys going to do when the AI review takeover fully runs over?
We'll continue hiding in each last bastion there is. If Amazon goes full AI, we'll do more. IMDb, TripAdvisor, Yelp, etc.
Just keep digging.
Find our way.
Just keep digging deeper.
If you want to dig deeper with us, you can reach out, say hello. Hello, fellow shoveler. You can say hey at reviewparty.com on Instagram and TikTok, or at reviewpartypod on Twitter /X/whatever hellscape you want to call it. You can also find some of our content on YouTube. From time to time, we leave reviews of our own on Letterboxd, not for everything we watch, like some crazies. And we got a website, reviewparty.com, where you can find blog, shop, blue, games. I've been thinking I might try and get another game on there. If you're a cool person, you'll figure out where the games are. That's all I'm going to say, listener.
Have you guys ever reviewed a review of reviewparty.com?
Yeah. Speaking of, you leave a 5-star review for reviewparty.com, we'll feature it on the show probably.
Yeah. There was one that said Brent's breathing was like he's dying.
5 stars.
There was someone who was who said they put together a really cool Lego set to a bunch of episodes. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. And then there was somebody, I guess that was just a comment on one of the TikToks that was like, just reading reviews. I could do that myself.
Yeah, that's classic.
You can.
Go ahead, buddy.
No one's
Go
stopping
right
you.
ahead.
You guys aren't stopping them, are you? That's
No.
not. You didn't go to that guy's house and you're like, fuck you. You can't read reviews without us.
I think there's another review podcast that was doing that, but they're dead now.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
It'll get you.
It was they're hoarding their gold, their riches that got caught up to them. Thanks to the Nosebleeds, you heard their song throughout the episode, Bread for Breakfast. If you want more great songs by them, go to their Spotify, demand that they do a Christmas album, so we can have a song to use for Christmas. But Spotify, Nosebleeds, wherever you can find them on YouTube, wherever you know the drill. Follow, subscribe, favorite wherever you listen. Leave a review about my heavy breathing, and I have a funny review to send us out of here. This one's from Amazon for the Bozener Santa hat, Christmas hat adult, Santa hat for women and men, LED Santa hat. OB titles their review, so far so good. They write, working as expected, 5 stars.